What's up, everyone?
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to another Stay Fishy Friday.
Stole my line.
I'm sorry.
All right, I'm just messing with you.
I didn't mean to steal your thunder, little guy. It's okay.
What's up, everyone? So glad to have you here. We are getting situated here. Let me pull up the stream. We got a few things to talk about tonight.
Yes, we do.
Goes quick, but see how many are on. I think there was 60 when we started. Going 50 right now.
50.
All right. Yeah.
There's no way we went down.
Could be people
69.
We're up to 57 now.
We're up to 69. It says right there. 74. Your phone's a little late, son.
Maybe.
Okay, so we got a lot of talking going on in the chat here, and
nothing I missed before the stream, right?
nothing you missed. No.
Good.
So there's a lot of people talking to each other, a lot of people talking to us, a lot of people, saying hi, that kind of stuff. There is a lot of talking going on. And you know what? If you guys want to come and hang out beforehand, we'll start hanging out there and talking to you before the show. But hi everybody. Let's do that.
121.
Was it?
121.
All right. So we can go ahead and start with the Tracy update. Now, because we try and keep Tracy updates at the beginning of the show so that a lot of people don't want to be here for hanging out with us, for talking, for all that kind of stuff. And they just care about Tracy. So let me start off with this. I had a guy, oh my God, this hurt me to my core. He ragged on us and put a post on YouTube, what was it he said? He said, oh, this guy is just only using his wife to try and make money and get your sympathy and get more money donated. Now, you all know I don't ask for donations. I do not ask for donations. I do not. I would rather get my donations from pet stores that cause the problem. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. I do not ask for donations. Please, all of you, my friends, give me money. I don't do that, So this guy just went off on saying how I'm trying to use her as, I'm trying to play on your sympathies and get more money donated, and that the intros are getting longer and there's more Tracy and less of the fish and all this. And I'm like, look, my answer to this is I change the intro every once in a while, and I put interesting videos of Tracy on there. Things that I think you people will enjoy, because you all have a vested interest in our family. I mean, basically, we're a soap opera, and we're here every day. We're here putting out videos every day. You guys get to follow along and check it out. Well, there's certain people that are invested into Tracy, and that's all I'm doing. I'm putting up a video. Here's Tracy cussing me out. Here's Tracy, attacking me with a wooden spoon. If I find a cool video, I put it on there so you guys can enjoy it too, because I miss her. She's a sweetheart, and they were great openings, and that's all I'm doing. And, this guy, I had the nerve to, I immediately banned him. I don't need your negativity around here. But I just could not believe the audacity that somebody would do that. We're not here for the money. We are not. We're showing you, we're not. If we were here for the money, it would be, here's fish feeding. Here's moving this monster fish. Here's the, no, we show you boring stuff like here's working on the back deck. And I know the video's not going to do good, but you guys get to follow along with what we do every day, And I keep my family, my fish family, involved in what we do and how we're doing it, and all that kind of stuff. And it just killed me that this guy had the nerve to say that. I mean, the audacity. If I could reach through the internet and wring his neck, oh my God. But she's not, we don't do that. We're not trying to use Tracy like that. I just thought you guys would enjoy different video clips that I find of her that I find amusing, and I put them up there for you. Even if they're bad on me. She's chasing me with a wooden spoon, stuff like that. It's funny, it's cute, she's adorable, And I thought you guys would like it. It's only an opening scene, and we go on from there. So, people like that, I mean, I don't understand how people on this earth can be this evil and mean. I help out everybody. I let people I don't even know live here. I just, hey, look, that burn from my chest, from that coffee being thrown in my face from that psycho lady. Still here 2 weeks later. There's still a big red mark here, you know, and that's where it burned my skin. But I help out everybody. She needed a place to stay. I let her live here. She was just an evil, crazy, psychotic woman, you know. Now she's in jail. But, you know, I try and help out everybody, and I help out everything I can to do with the fish community. I give out tanks. I don't make profit on any of this stuff, you know. Every once in a while, we'll sell a tank to cover our costs for all the different, you know, pickups and rescues that we've done. It helps with gas money and that kind of stuff. You guys know the price of gas, the price of food has gone way up. So, you know, we're not selling everything that comes in. I mean, every once in a while on like 20 tanks, we'll sell, okay, this is a show tank. This is beautiful. We'll try and sell that and get a little bit of money to help the rescue. We are not out here making money by any means, you know. We are here to get, you know, we're here to help everybody out and to get ahead and to, you know, I expect our money to come in for the rescue to help me out from the YouTube videos. I'm not asking you guys, you know. Other people have asked, please send money for, I want to upgrade this or I want to build that, you know. I don't do that. You know, you're a Joe Schmo just like me. We don't have money to waste. I don't want to put it on you to help me out. And there's a lot of people that do send in money, you know, and thank you for that. You guys are great, but I don't ask for it. And, you know, if it makes somebody feel good to help us out, then that's great. It's a plus for them and a plus for us. It helps us out. But you all know I don't beg for donations. So
pointing at the screen like they can see you.
I am pointing at the screen. I am talking to them.
Pointing over there. Gotcha. But you were pointing at the chat.
Oh,
I just thought it was funny. So,
hold on now.
Update.
So you think that I'm pointing at the chat, so you weren't listening to anything I'm saying, because if I'm pointing at the chat, it would be talking about something in there, right?
No, I'm saying, like what you're doing right now, they can't see.
Gotcha. So anyways, let's go on to the Tracy update and forget about all this silliness. You guys know we've been trying to get Tracy a dental appointment for over 8 months now. Ever since I put, you know, I always try and put like some peanut butter in her mouth, you know, because she don't eat. She gets fed through a peg tube, so she don't get no flavor in her mouth ever. You know, all she gets is her teeth brushed twice a day. And so I try and put some peanut butter in there, some syrup, you know, different things that I can put on my finger and put in her mouth. And she commences to, you know, it's so cute. One time I tried ice cream, and that she immediately went to crying, and tears were running down her face. And I felt so horrible that I could hurt her, you know. So we called and tried getting her a dentist appointment, and it took 8 months. Finally, we took her down to Metro, and they said, here's the x-ray. We think she has pneumonia. I'm like, oh no, that lower lobe on her left lung, that's been there for like 15 years. Everyone thinks it's pneumonia. It's not pneumonia. And they go, well, we can't proceed until, you know, she gets us cleared. So we had to send her in for a CAT scan, and that took 2 more months. And we took her in just this last, I believe it was Tuesday. Now, this time, when Mara called to schedule everything, she was going to call and schedule the paramedics. I'm like, Mara, the hospital's less than a mile away from here. If that's where she's going, we can actually walk her in her wheelchair down there. I'm thinking, okay, let's do that. And then I'm like, you know, when it came time to the day of, we were running late. I'm like, we'll just take her in the van. It's okay. We're not late now. We'll take her in the van. Well, me and Hoover go out there and put up the four-wheeler ramps to go into the van, and we tried taking Tracy up the ramps. We could not fit her in the van. Her seat is sitting up so high, it was like it would have hit her in the head right here, you know? So we tried tilting her back, and it's hitting her in the head right here as we're trying to get it, you know, head first on her back going in. We had to tilt her way back, like almost laying on her back, bring her in until her knees were about ready to hit, and then cock her up, and then bring her into the van. It was not a pretty thing. It was not an easy thing. It was, we should not have been doing this. So
we used the four-wheeler ramps when that guy sent in that nice wheelchair ramp that folds out. That's aluminum, full width.
Where's that at?
Out back.
Okay, I used the 2 wood because I have 2 aluminum four-wheeler ramps, but they have holes like every 4 inches, then 6 inches of metal, then 4 inches open, and her wheels are only this big on the wheelchair, so they would fall in between. So we got the 2 big wood ones. They had a long 6-inch lip to the top. So anyways, we got her in there. We took her to the hospital. We did all that, and she got her CAT scan. Then the doctor, the next day, we had a video appointment with the doctor, the pulmonologist, and he has to give clearance to Metro that she don't have pneumonia. He's like, well, I'd like to get some blood work. So now we got to wait 3 days for blood work. We get the blood work done. Blood work comes back today, and blah, blah, blah. Now we have to wait till after Tuesday because it's a holiday weekend. July 4th is Monday. We're going to have to wait till Tuesday before we can hear anything and decide whether or not she can go in for this oral surgery, because they have to put her to sleep to do this. So a teeth cleaning and then 3 cavities, that has to be oral surgery because of the situation she's in, being in a vegetative state. Because, they put something in her mouth, she'll bite down on it. So she has to be anesthetized and be asleep. So this is we're jumping over hurdles and all that, but we got it up to this far so far. So now we're close to getting the oral surgery done. Once she has her teeth fixed, she can have ice cream, cold pop, all that kind of stuff, but she'll enjoy something, She loves her Pepsi. She hasn't had any in 2 years. All this kind of stuff. So, it's just, we're getting it done. We're working on it, but we have to jump these hurdles they keep placing in front of us, and it's a pain. It really is. It's a pain. The hospital red tape. Oh my God. I don't wish it on anybody. The drinking word.
Okay.
What do you want it to be?
Haven't thought on it yet. I will think
Okay.
on it, and you finish the mom update.
So, she's here. She's doing good. I've got her on remote control. I can turn on her suction. She's getting suctioned out right now. I have a contraption I built and designed and drilled in myself, so it hooks up to her trach, and she's breathing through filters. But if she coughs out, the phlegm will sit here. I have the tube coming in from the bottom. I drilled a hole, and it's just sitting right at the bottom. So if there's any phlegm in there, it sucks it out when I turn this remote on. So I don't have to go in there and tend to her the whole time I'm on the show. So the nurses are like, oh my God, you build anything. I do. I build stuff. I modify her wheelchair to hold her stuff, and they trip out. But I had a great word for the drinking word today. Let me go back to the
People
beginning.
keep saying baby. What they want in the chat.
Baby is a good one, because we haven't even got to that yet. But there was another one.
Can't help you with that one.
I had it set. I was ready to tell you. Now I've forgotten. I've talked so much.
So people asking about the due date. It's kind of a gray area. The original due date was.
Wait. The due date is a gray area, but so is the name, Josh. Come on. They still ain't figured out a name.
So we were originally supposed to have her due date on the 13th. One doctor moved it up to the 5th, but she's in place, can come whenever. So
She's already dropped.
Right now, I'm still sticking with the 13th. And if she comes earlier, we shall find out. So we don't know. And the name, we have not gotten any closer.
Ah, you can't get no closer. Your baby's going to be born soon.
All right. We'll figure it out.
What are you down to?
The list expanded,
Okay.
but we threw some off to today, so we'll figure it out. I don't want to keep telling you names and you like something. And I'm like, oh, I don't like that no more. So we'll just keep it at. We'll find out soon. When you guys all get to meet her on video and whatnot, then we'll tell your name.
Oh, if I'm there, it's going to be on video.
But yeah, she's finishing up the second wall of the mural now, so it should be done just in time for when she's born.
She's doing a great job on that mural.
Mm-hmm. I thought so. The one wall is like the artificial reef, and then the other wall is like
Open water.
It's a like kelp forest with jellyfish in it, and then there's whale sharks out in the open water. So we've got the Fahaka guy. He chimed in with $50. He said, I missed last week's stream. I was appalled by the way you were treated. Hope this helps. Much love.
Oh, speaking of which, it's still there, and I'm still burnt. You know, my face healed up and all this, but where the water or the coffee came down and ran down in my shirt, it all conglomerated right here, and I'm still burnt there. And it's not a big deal. I mean, I'll live. It was more pain having broken fingers before. But the fact is, I let her live here, and all I asked for her was to help out during the daytime. Do the dishes, do the vacuuming, something, so I can work. While the nurse is here, I can work outside, and then that's something I don't have to do. I can get more stuff done out there. And she didn't do a lick of work, and she yelled at me 3 different times, and then when she went to yelling at the nurse wasn't having it. And I had to come out here, and I had to tell her straight up, if you make me choose between the nurse and helping you, you're going to be homeless. And she didn't like that, and she started treating me worse. And, she threw that coffee on me. I was like, oh, my God. Mara called the police, and, it was terrible. It was terrible. I don't know, the psycho broad. If I lived at somebody's house and I didn't have a place to stay, and you let me live at your house, I'd be like, oh, my God, thank you so much. I don't know what I was going to do. What projects you got? What can I do? You need your car fixed. You need your lawn mowed. I mean, how can I help? I wouldn't lay around all day sleeping and just worry about me. That's just, I don't understand that woman. That was crazy.
Keeps getting switched to the top chat for me and not the live chat. Weird. All right.
Okay. Helen English says, I love the Tracy clips, especially when she's whooping your butt. Well, Tracy was so little, her threats meant nothing to me. I'd laugh, She's like, you better stop. And I'm like, what are you going to do? I'm going to kick your ass. And she'd jump on top of me, and I'd hold both of her arms. And I'm laughing my butt off, I used to have so much fun with her. And she was just, like when I told her, stop calling me anything but my name. My name is Bigrich or Big Daddy or whatever, but not, Hooker. You know what I'm saying? And, she laughed her butt off. We had, I don't know, she made me laugh a lot. I miss her.
So yes, the drink award will be baby tonight. You want to talk about his stuff?
Yes, I will go on to that next.
You said not right now.
Give me a couple seconds. I'm reading and catching up.
So you guys keep asking about the baby names. Brittany is 100% indecisive. She has a different name every day. She has some that she likes one day and then she hates it the next. I've got my list of names, and that is Emma, Laura, Isabella, Chloe, Ariel, Mila.
Ooh, I thought Ariel was knocked out because
Mila, Claire, and Bailey.
Mila's very cute, but Ariola.
And I took out Jasmine. That's now off the list.
Okay.
And I had Maisie on the list as well, and we took that off tonight. But yeah, that's where I stand. And I'm starting to not like the Isabella name.
Well, there's so many, you can call her Bella, Belle, Izzy, And
it's just a common name right now.
Yeah.
So I really like Claire and Chloe and Emma.
I like Emma.
But
more? What's more?
That's it. So it's a day-by-day thing. We always sit down with each other, usually when you get off of work, and we're like, so, what names do you like today?
Right.
I don't know. What names do you like today?
Goose says, psycho lady. This is a lady that needed a place to stay, and I told her she can live here. She's got her own bedroom. I won't never hit on her. She don't have to worry about none of that. I won't never try nothing. She can stay there, and she can live here and just help me out, and I'll go on about my life. I got to take care of Tracy. I got to take care of the rescue, and then I got to take care of the house. If she can help out, she can stay here, free of charge. Get your life together, get back on it, and move when you need to. And I was trying to help people. I always help everybody. There's always somebody living here. And, she did not, we call her Psycho Lady because she threw that, it was in the Keurig coffee maker and it wasn't quite full in her cup yet. And she hit me in my face with it. Actually hit me with the cup. But the coffee burned my mouth, burned my face, burned my neck, and then burned down my chest here. And, what kind of psycho goes from, hey, stop yelling at my nurse. You're not going to live here if you keep that up, to throwing coffee on me, burning hot coffee right off the percolator. That's some psycho stuff right there. You have no business being out in public. You need to be in CPI or something, which is the psychiatric ward. That is a crazy woman. So I did not hit her, push her, threaten her, nothing. I just said, get out. And she ignored me. I had to walk to the back because she went to walk out back to go out there and smoke. No, I said, get out. And she picked up rocks and threw them at me and hit me in my face with the rocks, and by the time we got back up front, because she kept walking away from me, the cops were here when Mara called the cops. That's the crazy lady we're talking about.
So we've got Mike Knight says, hi, OFR crew. So did Josh get dropped into the pool after he dropped Rod's shorts? And kudos to you, Rich, for pulling them back up. LOL.
I've never done that before. I've never pulled a man's pants up before, ever. That was weird. Hey, don't think nothing wrong. I've never pulled a man's pants down.
All I can say is I got to keep OFR videos fun. And that probably had a lot of people.
Oh, that was definitely funny. Raheem says, Bigrich, how's your back? In today's video, I saw your back hurts. Yes, for 3 days now. It feels like I'm being stabbed in the back and it knocks the wind out of me. As long as I'm sitting here and I don't try and get up and I don't try and move, it is fine. But it's when I try and move and twist. Oh my God! If I twisted right now and looked that way, it would do something like, and I couldn't breathe. It would do that to me, but much more severe and much more faster. I just faked that, but it knocks the wind out of me. It hurts, and usually when that happens, it's 1 or 2 days that my back is out, and then it goes back in. It feels like maybe it's a pinched disc or a pinched nerve, something. Because when I move a certain way, someone stabs you in the back, and then you got the wind knocked out of you, and you can't breathe. You can't do nothing until that goes aside. And that's what has been happening with my back for the last, now going on. Today's the 3rd day. And I thought today it would be better, and it really wasn't. So I'm sitting here, and I'm not, when I turn like this. I'm not going to turn. If I turned my whole body towards him, it would attack. So, again, with the healthcare like it is in Ohio, I make too much money to be considered for welfare or Medicaid or any of that kind of stuff. And, to buy my own insurance is $2,700 a year for a self-contractor. What's it called?
Sorry, I haven't paid attention. I'm leaving comments.
If you're a self-contractor and you're doing work and you buy your own insurance, it's like $2,700 a year. And they only pay 80% of whatever. Well, the back surgery I need is like $70,000. So 10% of that is $7,000. So 20% would be $14,000. On top of the $2,700 I paid would be $16,700. So $17,000 out of my pocket to get this back surgery done. I ain't going to waste that kind of money. That money can go on the rescue and help out here and all that kind of stuff. I live with the pain. So, even Hoover was telling me to go lay down. I was in way too much pain, more than normal, And I just got to keep going. I don't have a workforce here that's willing to do the work. I have to keep going. So when you guys see volunteers here, that's, once a week that we have volunteers here on Wednesdays. Hoover comes in and stays a couple days here and there. He's back up in Cleveland now. He won't be back until Tuesday. So I'm here by myself with Tracy, and now my nurse informed me she didn't come in today. She called off today because she was sick, she says. And now she won't be here Monday because it's a national holiday. So from now until Tuesday, it's like, what's that, 72 hours straight I have to watch Tracy?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, I cannot just lay down and say, oh, I hurt, and I'm going to lay down. I can't do that. Life goes on, and I have to keep going on. There's nobody here that's going to take over when I do. And like I told Mara, every time you call off, I just get done working a 16-hour shift. Now I got to cover your 8-hour shift. That's 24 hours straight, and then I have to cover my next 16-hour shift on top of your 24 hours. So every time you call off your 8-hour shift, I have to work, what's that, 24 and 16, 30, that's 40 hours straight. It's without sleep. So, please stop calling off for little things, I don't know. But anyways.
So, someone said, Josh, Margaret is a beautiful name. And I got a little funny story about this because Brittany actually liked the name Margaret and Catherine, and I couldn't stand them. Like, they're not bad names, don't get me wrong, but
I was going to say, don't say
that. Not for
your baby girl.
What I'm thinking of for my daughter. Like, I'm wanting something that's, cute and feminine and kind of simple, So, we'll see.
All right. Ava Sabat says, I can't wait to see the Tiki patio completion. Me too. I've got so many ideas out there, but I just can't get them done. I thought Josh was going to be here earlier. We're going to get one more upper row done. And, because one person's got to hold the roll of fencing up while he staples it up, and then we can keep on moving down the row. Reaper ain't going to be back here until Sunday. He'll be here. And, I don't know if he's going on this rescue I got planned or if he's going to help me around here. I don't know. But I've got Christine coming over Sunday. She's going to come over at 12 until 4, and she's like a babysitter. So she'll come over and, for a couple bucks an hour, she'll sit around and just watch Tracy. And if something happens, she'll call me. That lets me go outside and work outside without holding my phone to my ear, listening for Tracy, So it's a big help. So we need more babysitters here. Problem is, Walmart's hiring at $18 an hour. Babysitters want $15 an hour now. Christine's, she donated her time, she says, and I offered to pay her. Well, if you're donating, let me pay you $5 an hour. That way you at least got something. So she comes over for $5 an hour, and she works 4 hours. That's only $20. It's nothing to me. I can give her that $20, and then after a few times it adds up, she's got $100 in her bank account. And she was donating her time anyway. So that's how we're working that. She's a sweetheart, and she wants to donate the time. I want to give her some money. I'm not paying $20 an hour for a babysitter because at the end of 4 hours, that's $80. That's a definite hurt in your pocket. If you do that every week.
Some rain out there.
Sounds like rain, yeah.
It is. Someone said Alice is a good girl's name. That's actually a name that Brittany liked one day, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. I don't know where it stands now.
Lost that one in the.
No, she reads through these mom groups and baby naming groups, and today she said she went through a catalog of 800 names or something like that.
Oh my God!
I'm like, man, yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, Brittany Ziblet says you actually tell people they don't have to donate. I don't want our money to come from our hard-earned, followers and all that. You got. Let's say, Clarissa over there, and she's on welfare, but she wants to donate $20. Keep your money. I'm covering this, and I'm trying to build a YouTube to cover the cost of it. And with the cost of money or the cost of wood going up, the cost of gas going up, the cost of food going up, our costs have gone up so much. It's ridiculous to buy food for these fish no more. Reaper came over and fed the fish for one night, and he spent $80.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we fed him like that every night, $80 times 10 is $800. There's 3 tens in a month. That's $2,400 a month in just food.
Yeah.
That's without the electric, gas, water, sewer, none of that, or medicines. So that's why we're trying to build the YouTube channel to where, yes, technically it's my money. If I was to run this channel like I do, it's my money spending on what I want. But no, all this money from this channel comes in, goes straight to the rescue. And what that does is not take it out of my money that I make from my rental properties. So that money comes in and pays for the houses and, pays for all that kind of stuff. And, we've got that going. Do I have spare money? No, absolutely not, because the price of everything has gone up. Do we appreciate the donations? Of course. We appreciate the memberships in our YouTube page. That comes in every month, helpful. We appreciate everything. The what's the other one we do that's not our donations, another whole
Patreon.
Patreon. That Patreon's coming in and helping out a little bit, and we love that. If people want to and they feel good about donating, well then more power to you. But I'm not asking anybody. But that definitely helps. Now when the YouTube channel starts taking off, because we've gone from 50,000 to 100,000, now we're at 150. Sooner or later down the line, we're going to be at 200,000, 300,000, and we'll be making more money. And then we can start affording things like backgrounds for tanks, UV filter on every tank, and really help our water filtration out. Help us out with not cleaning the glass so much. But I see them as all as luxuries. Right now, the fish have tanks. They have lighting. They have food. That's the minimalist. Could they be treated better? Of course. We could put things in there for, give them the exact replica of where they came from, where they originated from.
It's called a biotope.
A biotope. We could do that, but right now we don't have the money to do that. We're spending all the money that comes in on the main YouTube channel goes to the rescue. And I don't get none of it. I spend it all on the rescue. Comments
for you big guy.
What's that?
Says, Big Rich, you drive the women crazy with that mullet.
I wish. I used to be a good-looking man. I really did. And I'm just not no more. Okay, let's see what else we got here.
Canadian Perspective says you need more volunteers, a video editor, and some of your mods pushing videos and shares. Willing to help from my side, get subscribers and videos shared. My Facebook groups help a ton at the start.
What's he willing to do?
He said, willing to help from my side, get subscribers and share the videos.
Do you want to become a mod?
That would be up to him.
See, I've hired mods before. Not hired, but I've accepted mods before. For your only purpose was to share our videos, share our Friday. Every Friday you share the group. And then
I've gotten booted from over like 80 or so, fish forums. I only joined the ones with a plethora of people, and then I'm in there breaking the rules sometimes just to try and share our videos to get a few more subscribers. And they told me like, hey, if you don't stop, you're gonna get booted. And I'm like, sorry, I just go through my list. If you don't like it, just go ahead and boot me. And now I'm in like 14 groups.
You got the Fahaka guy here, the 14?
Yeah.
Thank you, guy. Thank you, Fahaka guy. I appreciate that. That's
so. Do you guys remember the video where we sold the 550 dog bone tanks, the matching pair? And we always told you guys that we wanted to put them back to back and basically have it one big giant tank. Well, Matt had actually done that, and he sent me a picture today. See if we can get that up in there. I'll post it on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot. But he put them back to back, exactly what we're going to do, and made them the centerpiece.
I like how they were back to back, and then both flat ends of the tank are against the wall, and both rounded ends are on this side. Right. I like that.
I told him, I'm like, you almost make me regret my decision to get rid of them. Wish I had more room.
Joe Loring says, did you guys see the video Flip Aquatics put out on you guys today? It was really good. I did not. No, this is the first I'm hearing of it.
I seen he posted it. It was a fish room tour, so it had to be from ages ago.
Yeah, he hasn't been here for like 6 months. So, yeah.
But no, I have not watched it.
We'll go check it out.
Anton Cesaro, $20. He says, we appreciate what you guys do for the fish and the people. Happy 4th of July weekend. Well, same to you, bud. Hope you have fun.
Okay, just because nobody said it lately, baby.
Yep. He's on the way.
Drink up, guys.
Here.
Okay, now, You guys got to check this out. This hit me right in my feels. Okay, this is a young kid, and he says, Bigrich and Josh, thank you for the educational videos, and I saw the video of the dolphins, like of the
Read it.
Adonis Pleco, and I have a good name for him. The name should be the Pleconator. I like that. So we will, for you, and what was his name here? See where it's at. His name is RJ. For you, RJ, we're going to name the Adonis Pleco the Pleconator. Just for you. From RJ Michelini. Plus, P.S. I also have some fish and a freshwater eel named Joe. Awesome. And I love your videos, especially the Fishy Friday ones. Wish I was there watching this week. Oh, wish he was there watching this week. Yes, I love your overs. What's that say?
Not too sure.
Okay.
Over 5 foot arapaima.
I love your over 5 foot arapaima, and here is a donation of $5 to buy him some pellets. And I would also like to go to Ohio and see the rescue one day. And it's hard to read this.
Where were you at?
And you're on.
And see the rescue one day.
Yes.
And also, it's called
Sailfish,
Sailfish.
not a sailfin marlin.
Gotcha.
Thank you for correcting me, RJ. And of course, if you want to come out here, you tell your parents you're allowed. Just get a hold of me, and we'll set that up. You can come here anytime. You guys can. Okay. And this is a letter from his mom, and he says this letter is from my 9-year-old son, RJ. He has terrible handwriting, so I'm translating it for you. He is a huge fan, and because of you, he has 2 fish tanks in his bedroom, a beta tank on our porch, and a pond in the process of being put in the backyard. From Dawn Michelini, RJ's mom. Aw, thank you, Dawn. And RJ, that $5, you should have kept that, buddy, but we will buy him super nice, good pellets, and we will feed him for you on screen. Thank you, RJ. It's people like you that make the world go round, buddy. Okay.
We got Scott DeLong. He donated $1. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
He actually just came by and picked up a few Oscars when we were homing them. So, yeah.
Okay.
Hope those are doing good.
Miss Sue Ann says, RJ, you are the man.
We got Who Took My Mojo. Said, Josh, how will the paddlefish work in the koi pond over the winter? Will they need eating? So paddlefish are naturally from, the northern states. The tops can freeze over, and they will sort of go into like kind of like a hibernation mode, but it's their own little sense. They'll still be moving underneath the water, just at a smaller rate, where when it gets warmer, they start feeding like crazy. And something cool happened the other day, and I'm going to let him take it away.
All right. We're sitting out there, and
Wait. All right, you can go
on. We were sitting out on the back deck, not sitting, but working out on the back deck. And all of a sudden, we hear splash, and we're like, what was that? Sounded like a raccoon jumped in the water. So we all turned, and we're looking, and there's nothing. And, the Reaper's there, and I'm there, and we're sitting there. All of a sudden, we get this big black thing come up out of the water and wiggle and fall back in, like 3 foot out of the water. It was a paddlefish. He jumped out of the water, wiggled, and fell back in like a dolphin. It was great. So Reaper started putting his camera on there, do it again. I'll catch you this time. He recorded for a long time and never got it again. But it was just amazing to see it, because I looked right as he was coming up out of the water. It was amazing. It was the neatest thing ever. And I looked up, do paddlefish jump? Is that normal? Is there a problem here? And they said from June until August, they do jump. So, okay. we're great.
Alrighty, and I did skip over a super chat from Jim Sheasley, $5. He didn't say anything, and I skipped it because usually he realizes he didn't put a comment in, and he'll comment below.
Right.
So I was giving him some time to see if he commented, and I was going to read it with the comment. So thanks, Jim. We got that one.
Jim's always been with us. He's part of the family here. He's part of the rescue. He goes, I've still got 4 fish here that he sent us that we have to, mount on the walls around the tanks.
Yeah. Which I got to figure out where we're going to mount that sailfish.
I'm thinking, now bear with me here. We're all going to do around the tanks out there, but how about the front pond? It's all, it's fish and it's ponds and squirters and plants. And then right behind it is nothing but a brick wall. How about in the middle of that brick wall, we mount that sailfish out there?
You would be better with one of them steel fish. That mounted fish will get destroyed outside in the sun.
No, it's sealed. It's completely sealed.
I guarantee you that sunlight will destroy it. The UV rays will break apart the clear coat on it, and then it'll start dry rotting, and it'll crack. And
I don't like what
look
you're
all
saying.
bad.
Stop talking.
But we got them big metal fish. We can put the big one out there and mount.
I just wiped all them down with W40, so they're going to go above the pool before Greg gets here on the 20th, because he's the one that bought them for us.
Thing look pretty cool in the front yard. I'm saying. All right, we got Easy Fish Room, $5. He says, I'm going to match that donation from RJ. LOL. Hashtag baby.
Aww.
Thanks,
Drink up,
Anthony.
guys.
Where am
Did you
I
get this
at?
one?
Yes, I got that one. Gaz,
I don't see very
BK13.
many fishy questions coming in.
It's all right. It's all right. We're having fun. Says, hey guys, I'm coming to the USA next summer from Scotland. Would love to visit the Ohio Fish Rescue on my dream holiday.
Of course.
Come on by.
You let me know. Get a hold of me at bigrich@ohiofishrescue.com, and we'll set it up. I will change my plans because you're coming from so far away. No problem. Lori Kish says, Big Rich, you keep firing me weekly, laughing out loud. I haven't fired you yet this week, Lori, so I'm going to tell you right now, you're fired. Just keep doing your job.
We got
She's
JP
never fired.
JP Merlo, $20. Says, this is for the good looking one. Y'all hash it out. Ha, ha,
Yes,
ha, ha.
it's for me.
Tell Reaper I hope he enjoys the $20.
Oh, my God. JP, I thought you was
Love
my
all
friend.
y'all. See, I was going to say I'll let you have this one, and then he came in with the blow to Reaper. Okay, I'm caught back up here. I'm not going to read those. There's people agreeing with me on the mounted fish, so I'm behind a little bit. Lori Kish, $5 says, hit that like button. No
just
new
fired
dolls
her.
this week.
No new dolls. We've still got the Big Rich mermaid doll here, with the cans, the goggles, and we still have this one. Hoover took his, so we've got Big Rich with the net and the fish and the Hulk Hogan look, I guess. But Hoover took his. Josh took his. I think they should stay on the wall here at the rescue, but no.
The Canadian Perspective just messaged me on Facebook, and turns out his name is Jason. You were a mod in one of his groups, so that's where the screen name and the real name don't match, and we don't know that we didn't make the match.
I'm a mod in one of his groups.
He said you used to be.
I am an honorary mod in a
lovers.
bunch. Okay. I'm an honorary mod in a bunch of different groups, and I don't really do nothing. It's just that they can say, hey, Big Rich is a mod here,
Right.
and it helps them out. And I don't have time to go and moderate 50 different groups. But, if it helps you out, great, and that's good. If he wants me to be a mod in his group, I think I remember they closed the old one and started a new one, or they changed something, and all of a sudden I wasn't there no more.
They've done a few fundraisers for us too, if I remember correct.
Yeah, just send an invite, and I'll be a mod for your new group. Again, I won't bother you. You'll hardly ever hear from me.
Deadwood asks, "Are you an engineer, Josh? What education do you have?" I am.
He had 5 years of Ohio.
That don't matter. I went to school for engineering. I got my bachelor's in engineering, and then I came out and I got my fundamentals of engineering license. And actually, today I just applied for the board to go and sit for my PE, and that's basically the highest license you can get as an engineer without going like super specified and going into like structural engineering, which I don't have enough patience or time or knowledge to even do that. That's where you make the big bucks. Like we're talking, pay grade of, up here as an engineer. Way up there is, structural engineers. They're the ones that make like millions of dollars a year. But they also put their name on, designing skyscrapers.
And if that building falls,
yep.
They're responsible.
There's usually one structural engineer that works for one, multi-million-dollar industry for designing stuff, and that one guy stamps all the drawings, so they pay the insurance on one guy and not 50 of them or so. The paddlefish are cool. Are they eating? So the paddlefish are filter feeding through the water.
But
however, we have not seen them eat the pellets. We are trying.
Now, they came from a pond that they do get fed pellets. So either we have a bunch of, stuff sitting in the water that they're feeding on, or they're just not hungry enough yet to come up. Because when paddlefish comes up and eats, he'll come up to the top and he'll flip upside down and scoop up the pellets and then go back down, and we haven't seen that yet. So, but our water, we can't see through to the bottom. So there's a lot of algae in there, which might have like plankton on it and all that kind of stuff. We don't know. So they might be feeding at the bottom, So who knows? We just got to keep watching for it.
Well, as they swim, they either have their mouths closed or they have them open and they drop down. If they're drop down and open,
like a whale shark,
means they're filter feeding.
Right. They open their mouth so much, they open all their gills and they swim through, and like a whale shark, and they filter feed. It all gets caught to their gills.
I've seen that, but I have not seen them flip upside down.
So they were trying to feed.
Yes.
They wouldn't do that if there was no food there.
Correct.
Okay.
Jim Sheedley, another $5 says best food for Jack Dempsey fry. You can go two ways of this. Either start your own brine shrimp hatchery,
which is very simple.
Is a pain in the butt.
No, it's very simple.
It is simple, but it's a pain in the butt because you got to.
It's a daily chore. Yeah, that's all. But that's the best food for any fry is live brine shrimp.
Or if you want to take the easy way out, like I like doing, Jack Dempsey fry are easy. You just get a big bag of fry food. They are like tiny little pinhead sized pellets, and you just toss a couple in, and they sink to the bottom, and the fry will eat them up.
There you go, Josh.
Why do I care about that?
I'll just let you know.
Yeah, let it go. JP Merlot, $20 says I keep forgetting the cute little baby. This is for her.
Aw, thanks, JP. JP is the deacon from Kentucky that runs Kentucky Fish and Tank Rescue, and he also puts on a show every year called the Mammoth Cave Aquarium Expo, and they feature us as the featured creators, and we go there. That's where we have the big Nerf gun wars and all that. Mm-hmm. It's a fun time.
Joanne says, will the paddlefish breed? I'm not sure. We're not trying to breed them. We're just trying to have some awesome fish in the pond and not destroy the koi babies each year.
Okay, Shiyu says, AJ, their paraba is a false paraba. Okay, correct. Listen. No.
Well,
no.
Earlier, AJ asked if it was the paraba that got huge. No, we have the false.
No, you think we have the Capiprinum. But Rod came out here, and he showed me on the tail how to tell the difference between them. He said, I can't believe you have a real Paraíba this size. And I'm like, no, that's a Capipredum. And he says, no, it's not. Rod argued with me, and he showed me.
Rod's wrong.
Rod could be wrong,
I have
or
a picture of that fish when it was a baby, and the small filamentosum small. For one, they have the streamers that are a mile long,
yeah,
and the body on the filamentosum, they have smaller dots. The Capipredum have huge dots all over them.
But Rod was saying not the dorsal fin up top, but the fin right before the back tail.
Anal fin?
No, that's the underneath side. This is the top side.
Gotcha.
It's either pointed like this, like a triangle, and it's the filamentosum, or it's pointed like this, and it's the Capipredum. And ours is pointed, you know. He says, you have a straight, you know, filamentosum here, a real Paraíba. And I'm like, well, he has grown a lot bigger than we thought the Capipredum would grow.
Capipredum get 5 foot.
Yeah, but look how fast this has grown. You don't think in 2 years he won't be 4 foot?
No, that catfish has grown so slow. Like
I thought he grew fast.
We've had him. I mean,
2 years.
We got him when he was what, 16-inch?
No, we got him when he was like 6 inches. We had the two of them side by side. Yes, we had 2 of them, and yes,
you're remembering wrong. We got this off of Matt. The catfish outgrew Matt's tank.
Done talking about it. I'm just telling you what Rod said.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could be wrong. I would like for someone to come and school me, but for my fish nut knowledge over the years, and I always try and be, yeah, I did. You're way back there.
Okay.
I always try and keep up with the new and the know-how, and I always try and, no, I didn't get that right. I always try and correct ourselves so people on the internet do not correct us if we say something wrong, because that just makes you seem more, I don't know, I don't want to say stupid, but, you know, a little more ignorant or not knowing. Right. So I'd rather us just,
not knowing is the definition of ignorant.
Yeah, but it sounds bad.
Well, when you call somebody, you're ignorant,
yeah,
that sounds really bad. But if you don't know of a situation and I know of it, you're ignorant of that knowledge. That's all, you know. Anyways, check this out. We got Keith here says, can I replace Hoover? You can never replace Hoover, but if you need a place to stay for a while and you want to come help out, you're more than welcome.
And also, one more point I want to make. So, you know, a lot of these fish that we have in the hobby now, 10 years ago, were not even heard of. They weren't able to be gotten. You know, some of them weren't even discovered. And now we're just starting to have them in the aquarium hobby, and it's all a learning curve for everyone that's keeping them. So, you know, a fish that they say gets, 3 foot, and it turns out, well, here's one at 5.5 feet. Well, you know what? Some people can be wrong in their classifications of animals.
Okay, I misspoke earlier.
No.
This is a action figure. Bigrich action figure. If I said doll, I was mistaken. I was wrong. This may be a doll, I should say, because there's cups and a tail and, a booty. That may be a doll. But this is definitely an action figure, Hulk Hogan looking action figure. There is no doll about this. The people are correcting me.
Brittany Ziblets, $10, says, hi, y'all. Kathy Aponte told me to let you know she is watching but can't join the chat because she's locked out of her Google account.
No, you can go in as public. You can just go to anybody's computer and go on there. You go to anybody's phone and go on there. This is public.
She said she's watching.
Okay, well, you're there, but you can comment.
You can't comment as Kathy Aponte.
No, you can comment as whatever account you're on, as just a public account. It's fine. Brooklyn Hudson says, Bigrich, do you ever jam with a band anymore? Not recently. Hang on, I gotta clear Tracy out. Here, suctioning.
Mm-hmm. Still going. Good.
So, no, I don't, because I'm out here in the boonies, and everybody around me is like 70 years old. Where I lived before, I had so many different people coming by. So, now I just don't have that kind of thing, and I don't have time for it. So no, I don't. Once every 6 months, I'll pick up the guitar, get a few drinks in me, play along with some songs. Hey, I know this song, and I'll play along with it. I'll play along with Enter Sandman or Seek and Destroy or Fastway, Say What You Will, or Judas Priest, Living After Midnight, yeah, Grinder, stuff like that. I mean, I'll just play along. I know the song, and I'll play along with it. And I once or twice a year now. That's it.
Hands Down Aquatics says, if there's anything from Jersey you need that can fit in a Subaru for when we visit, let me know. Well, we appreciate it. The only thing right now that we need is from Iowa.
Are you planning? Yeah, no, wrong. Are you planning to come here from Jersey? Because we got someone called Mike Ward has a bunch of fish that he's been waiting on us to pick up. So we can possibly get that together.
Harry Banana says, fishy question here. I've been healing a sevrum for Popeye, and he has about 5 small holes in his head. It's been about 12 days, but I haven't had anything heal. I've used salt and water changes.
Okay, water changes are a staple in this. The Popeye and also the hole in the head comes from bad water quality. So keep doing water change. Do a water change every single day, 50%. Make sure you dechlor it and make sure it's the same temperature when you put it in there. But keep doing that and keep him in pristine water. Then add your medication. You put salt in and you've got high nitrates, it ain't going to help him. It ain't going to work. Get him pristine water and then add your whatever medications you want to add. We just clear it up with clean water, and that's normally what we do because we're trying to get by as cheap as possible, so we don't use meds unless we have to. Clean water usually, and I say usually because not always, clears up Popeye or cloudy eye and hole in the head for sure. So
the one fish we've had a problem that we haven't been able to bring back is Thanos.
He's just perpetually sick since he's been here, just nonstop. He's had, cloudy eye for 4 months.
Yeah.
And he's had hole in the head when he came in, and we cured it up, and it was closing up, and now it's back, and and we keep clean water on him. And then Josh has been doing for the last 2 months nothing but medications, and we're doing water changes and medications, and he is just perpetually sick. I really don't think he's going to last.
We cleared it up, and he was good for about maybe 3 weeks to a month, and he got sick again. And it's just one thing after another. Where was I at? Shalala Harrison says, Josh, did you find the musk turtle or Hubert? They were never lost.
Hubert was never lost.
I know exactly where they are. He said something about the musk turtle not being in the pond, and I'm like, he's right here. And I went down and I touched the side of the Universal Rocks background.
Yeah.
He's right there. He likes to burrow in behind it. And one time I got scared and I tried fishing him out, and he crawled farther back down in to where I physically could not get him without ripping the rocks out, and he found his way back out. So now he was only in there a few feet. I know he can get back out, and he will be fine.
Here you go, Josh.
Yeah, it's been read.
Vasquez family says, I work at an engineering college, and with kids, you see about 12 chalkboards, just math problems. Kids have a lot of patience. Smart kids. Proud of you, Josh.
Yeah, man, engineering school's not for the faint of heart.
I want you guys to know, and this is a father thing. It was a 5-year course for his engineering class. He stayed down there because he had lived 3 hours away from us. And, I had to pay for his room and board. And then the schooling he got a scholarship for, so I had to pay. It was minimal for the schooling I had to pay. But we had to pay for the house, which was expensive as craziness. He had to live with a bunch of people to be able to afford the house. But we paid all that and we got everything going, and, he kept on going. Instead of partying all summer long, he went to summer school. Whatever classes were available that was towards his education, he took in the summer school for 2 different years. And he got through a 5-year course in 4 years. And the day he got out of college and he came home, I thought he was going to take the whole summer off. I'm offering to buy him his car. He's like, no, I got it. And then I offer to, just relax a little bit. A week later, he had a job working for the city of Cleveland, and he's been working there since. It's, kid's doing amazing. And he bought himself a 2018 Audi A6, was it?
The first one was a 15, and I just traded that in. I got the Lexus.
He paid it off, traded it in, and bought himself a brand new Lexus. Crazy.
I had to be baby friendly.
Tracy's coughing again. Hang on. I got you, honey.
Jonathan Sloan said, my polar blues won't stop breeding. Apart from separating them, how do I stop them from breeding? I don't think fish condoms are available at my fish store.
You have so many problems. There's free fish that you can sell. Aw, poor you.
If you want them to stop breeding, the only thing you can do is separate them. You can put a divider in the tank if you so want to, but that is kind of ugly.
Dividers never look good.
What is the most rarest fish you got to get from a regular fish store or for us regular fish keepers? Right now, I would have to say the albino gars.
They were neat, but so are the high-fin banded sharks, and they're very well kept by normal fish keepers.
They're not rare. I can go to the local fish store and get them.
How many times have we had them? Hardly ever. They're kind of rare.
They're in George's fish shop every single week.
Great. George carries them. How about every other pet store across the United States that we never see?
I think they're fairly common. I see them online. Rod always has them, but you don't see Rod selling albino alligator gar. I haven't seen one for sale in the U.S.
See, there's where you're wrong, because I had the guy up in Michigan talking to me every week, getting more alligator gars for him, albino. And
Platinums.
Yes, platinums.
I'm talking the albino, the Vince Wu.
Oh, the actual albino.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, my bad. Yes, platinums. I've seen it all over the place.
Platinums got run down. High quality platinums you can get, a lot of money for. A lot of these platinums that fish stores are important, you can get for, $500, $600, $700, and you get for what you pay, But the true albino gars is what I'm talking about. And those are going to steadily get cheaper as there's people over in Asia that are breeding them constantly and just putting them out. But
anytime that people see that, these fish are selling for a lot, they're going to come in and sell them for cheaper.
Yeah.
Just like the Australian lungfish, $2,500. Now there's 2 or 3 different people in the United States that are getting rid of them, and they're down to $1,600 now. As
with any fish will happen. Some fish will go on the endangered species list. Their price will skyrocket. Someone will say, hey, I can breed them, start breeding them, make a bunch of money real quick, get out. And then other people are like, well, if he's selling them for $6,000, why can't I do the same thing? He spends all this money getting breeding stock up. By the time he gets going, they're now selling for $500 a piece. And I just wasted a bunch of money. And rinse and repeat. Like the ST wide bar datinoid. There's a bunch of people stating that they are breeding wide bar datinoids and getting $6,000 a piece for them, which is absolutely absurd. And they're not true wide bars, because a true ST wide bar, which I'm not going to waste time pulling up a picture, but the back bar on the fin is actually broken and doesn't continue through to the tail. The wide bars today are like an Indo and have a solid bar, so they're not a true ST wide bar.
Now, you guys have asked, and we're here to answer your questions. When is Greg Woodstock coming? He will be here on the 24th of this month. The pond guy is coming here. Now, I got something in the mail 2 days ago, and I was like, okay. Now, I get it, and it's from Aquascape, right? And I'm like, well, what is this? And I had seen that they had a new product out that tells the temperature in their pond and sends it to your phone. And I'm like, oh, that would be neat, but I'm not going to ask Greg for anything. He's donated so much, but I would love to have that. Well, guess what shows up in the mail I didn't ask for, and he just sent it. Here's the new thermometer, our new product, blah, blah, blah. I thought you'd like it. Like, oh my God, Greg is the man. Yes, I would love this. Smart pond thermometer with transformer. Greg is the man. Now, do I need two because I got two ponds? No, because they're both in the ground. If the temperature of one will tell you the temperature of the other. So I am very excited about that. Thank you, Greg Woodstock. That's awesome of you. I didn't ask for it. I appreciated it. Did I want it? Yes, of course. We still don't have the colored lights in the back pond. Greg gave us 12 colored lights to go in that back pond. We were waiting for this summer to warm up where we can have people in the pond. You know, we're going to put Tracy's name in the rocks. We have a bunch of rocks piled up to spell out Tracy, and we were going to put the color changing lights back there. So, and also we were only going to put like 10 in, but leave 2 of them for the front pond because it already has the color changing lights in it. But if the pond's purple, you know, there's nothing that's shining up on the walls or nothing. I wanted these color changing lights to go out by the tree and shine on the whole pond and the wall behind it. And then another one over here is shining at the waterfall and reflecting on the wall behind it. So if the pond's purple, they shine purple. And, you know, when you drive by it, it looks like a purple ensemble, you know. If it's yellow, same thing. So we're going to take 2 of the colored lights and put on the front pond outside of the pond. And then the rest are going to go in the pond this summer.
Joe says Rod has an albino alligator gar 10 inches for $500 right now.
I don't think so.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, they're platinum maybe. And, you know, I'd have to check and see. Ow. Be right back. Ow.
I mean, Rod's someone that usually knows what a fish is worth, but if it's a true albino, he wouldn't be selling it for $500. Someone asked about an update on the new tortoise. The new tortoise is doing okay. We still haven't gotten him to eat, but I have gotten a lot more, I want to call it, you know, life out of him. I've been having to spray him down pretty much every day. He had a bunch of nasty dirt all over him. He had just these like crusties on his eyes. I've gotten all that stuff cleaned off to where he's in a much more sterile environment, and I've been seeing a lot more life out of him. He's actually coming out of his shell now, and the other night I got him to open his mouth for the first time, and I was going to stick some alfalfa grass in there and let him graze on it a little bit, and then chompers came over and scared him, and he went back in his shell. So I think it's just a matter of time before he's got some energy back and he's moving around.
Okay, I'm back.
I had a good question here.
All right, Doomfly says, "Wow, Littlefoot is really growing. I noticed. Boy, I tell you what, that turtle is quick. We throw food in there, he's instantly spinning around and running towards it. He is like a happy-go-lucky little turtle."
Rob Brownell says, "Hi, how big are the 2 tigerfish and are they growing yet?" They are going on a massive growth spurt. The smaller one actually got bigger than the big one, and now the big one is going on a super eating binge, so he's going to spring up next. So I think that now they probably eat 10 pieces of food a night, each of them. Like the amount of food you think a fish will eat, they'll eat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces if they're hungry. These things are eating like 10. And I'm throwing just mass amounts of food in there, and it's disappearing every single night. So they are all growing super fast. And I got to overfeed them to make sure I get food down to poor little Lone Star in there. It only comes out after the fact. So everyone's, you know, getting super fat in there.
Yeah.
But there's a few fish that I want to add to that tank here soon, probably this weekend, actually.
We'll have a video on it.
Yep.
Derek Lawson says, "Bigrich, how did your back get so bad? Have you gone to the chiropractor? They do wonders for me." Yes, Josh bought a chiropractor session for me for like, 6 weeks or something. And I went, and it was the stupidest thing I ever did. This guy was like laying all over me, trying to crack my back and crack my lower. And it was dumb, and it didn't help out at all. The best thing I got from that was before I'd leave, they do a massage on your back, on your lower back, and that was great. But other than that, it never helped me a bit. And my back problem is more of a mechanical, not a spasm or a stiffness where a chiropractor can help. This is a medical problem. I was delivering shingles in Florida, and in Florida at 7:00 in the morning, one side of your house is dry, cedar chips, and then the other side is covered in moss. Well, we had to stack. I had to take a whole, flatbed truck of cedar shakes to a house. We'd back it up to the house. We'd take the cedar shakes off the front, use the shakes as a stepping stone to get up onto the roof, and then walk it up and we'd stack them on the point. Well, I ended up sliding down one of the roofs, and I dropped the 280-pound bundles of shingles I had, and I slid off the roof and went out airborne, and then my one shoulder and my head hit the edge of the truck, and the rest of my body went down, and I felt like, I don't know, 17 little cracks, like, and then I hit the ground. And I was okay. I got back up, and I was, it hurt. It knocked the wind out of me, all that kind of stuff, but it hurt. Well, the next morning, I could not get up, and my boss is like, "No, you were fine last night." I'm like, "I was, but I cannot get up out of bed today. It hurts too bad." And he was like, "If you don't show up, you're fired." And I argued with him for a long time, and we tried doing this different stuff, and I never got no compensation from it. He wanted to fight me and all that stuff. So I lived with it all my life. I was young, I recovered, everything was fine. But the older I get, the harder it is. Now it seems like, and you've been around many times, I'll be fine and dandy. And then all of a sudden I'll go to get in the car, or I'll bend over to grab the groceries, or I'll move a chair, and all of a sudden, and it knocks the wind out of me. And then I can't do nothing for 2-3 days. My back is out. And
have you guys ever seen the comedy TV show where they're going to eat Thanksgiving dinner, and all of a sudden Uncle Randy blows out his back, and now they're eating Thanksgiving dinner around Uncle Randy because he's laid out on the Thanksgiving table and can't move? That's this guy. When his back goes out, he's out.
And I can't, because now I'm the only one here. I'm the only one taking care of Tracy. Mara called off Friday, and now she's calling off Monday. So that means I got to watch Tracy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's 24 times 4. That's 96 hours straight, So I don't have a backup. I have to work, I have to work. There's no doubt about it. So last night, I was trying to change Tracy's diaper. I said I wouldn't say it no more. I was trying to change Tracy, and it hurt so bad leaning over that I had to go down to my knees on the side of her bed, and that's how I had to work with her, to change her and get her comfortable again. And it hurt so bad. And then this morning, 7 a.m., I had to change her again. And then the Mara didn't show up. So I had to work all day changing her. She eats 4 times a day. And after every feeding, you have to change her about an hour later because it's soaking wet. So, I mean, it's just, there's no one else here. My son Richie don't help us out at all. He never watches Tracy. Joshy's busy with his newborn baby, and, he would help, but I'm not going to have him change his mother, but he can help, suction her, feed her, watch her, so I can get a couple hours sleep. And he's up for it at any time. Richie's never here and never helps. So I don't know. It's a physical problem, and to me it feels like a disc slips out or a nerve gets pinched, and it stays that way for 2 or 3 days. If I move a certain way, it knocks the wind out of me. It feels like I'm getting stabbed in the back. And it's like, I can't breathe for how long it takes. And then it calms down, and then I can breathe again. So I got to not move a certain way, that kind of stuff. And I just live with it. I have to live with it. I cannot afford the surgery, and I make too much money to go on welfare and get the surgery for free. So I'm screwed.
Hey, we got another 15 minutes, so get your questions in the chat if you want them answered.
Andrew Smith says, whatever happened to Reaper? Miss his videos. He's such a great voice. Listen, people, every single day I put out a video, meaning me and Josh, and every other day Reaper puts out a video. So if it ain't on, if you wake up and there's no video, search OFR. And if it ain't there, search OFR behind the scenes. There is a video every single day between the two of us. Every single day. We never miss a video. Never, ever.
And there's also TikTok and Instagram. There's extra content on there that you don't see on YouTube. So it benefits to follow us on every single platform. And if you follow us on Facebook, that's where we put out all the free animals. We just gave away a snake, some hermit crabs. What were those things? The little gerbil thingies. There was 5 of them. Dagoos.
Dagoos, yes.
Yeah, we gave out those. The ferret.
They were like chinchillas.
And of course, the ones you love the most, the fish list. I try and put one out every single weekend when I know I'm going to be there. Come on out and grab fish while I'm there. And then people want to say, hey, I'll come out. And then they say, hey, can I come out on Tuesday? Like, no, I'm sorry. I say Saturday for a reason.
Listen, you're going to have to stop putting the fish list on OFR 501c3 and only put it on OFR, the page, because we're going to diffuse the 501c3.
I only post it to the page, okay. But I share it to OFR 501c3 with no comments allowed.
Here's the problem, guys. Anybody that's on Ohio Fish Rescue 501c3, the group, go ahead and go over to Ohio Fish Rescue, the page, and it just says Ohio Fish Rescue. Join there because this is going to be fused out. There will be no group no more. All the mods are going to go over to the page and everybody will have a different job. The group is basically useless. It's doing and nobody no good. Our page can help us and we can get ahead and then everybody will have different jobs that, if you're good at answering people, you're going to be in charge of the messages. If you're good at, it's different than the group. Everybody right now handles the messages. And, sometimes you'll get this person that read this wrong and they thought it was rude and they delete that person. Well, that person gets a hold of me and says, dude, I was joking. And all of a sudden I said this and, now I'm there will be one person in control of that at this other, format, the Ohio Fish Rescue page. There will be one person in charge of the messages, one person in charge of, advertising, one person. This is the only format that we can monetize. So when we share our videos and they get put out there and we do, what do you call that? When you advertise with them, then our page will make money. So there's no reason to be with the group. You can never monetize with the group. So, we're wasting all of our time building that group up to 38,000 people. And now we have to go over to the page that only has 30,000 people? 28? Something like that. We have to build this page now and get everybody off of there. All the moderators will not lose their job. They will transfer over to the main page, but everybody can pick the job they want.
There will be less work, though.
Less work, for sure.
Vampire crab. Can we get them in the United States? Are they legal? Yes, we can. Was that a vampire crab or a Halloween crab we just got?
We had a Halloween crab.
Halloween crab, gotcha.
And we found it at home.
Brittany Ziblis, $20, says Bigrich looking like Rooster, mullet edition from the new Top Gun.
Josh, grab some garbage bags and run outside right now and put them over them brand new chairs we just got. I'm sorry. It has to. I forgot it's raining.
Been storming for an hour.
Well, do you want to leave them go and let them dry out tomorrow and then cover them? It just hit me that I forgot that the chairs are back there. If they're already wet, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, it's soaked out there.
All right, come on back.
Oh. All right.
Sue Ann says, I would love to help with moderation. Mark her down for, here, where's my phone?
Someone asked why our Agent Arrow 1 is illegal in the States. They are a CITES 1 species, meaning they are an endangered species, even though
they're
people
legal
breed
in
them.
Canada.
Right.
Okay. So why are they illegal here? I don't know. we should have them here. I've had people offer to give us super red, arowanas, Asian arowanas from Canada and free of charge, and they're beautiful. I can't take them. Do you see my phone anywhere?
It's over there. I heard it.
There it is.
Yep.
All right, Sue Ann, is your name the same on Facebook?
Deadwood, 1877, 100 sex is 10 USD. Thanks for the good live stream. Rich, take care of you and Tracy. Josh, congrats to the baby and everything. Well, thanks, bud.
That's an awful nice guy right there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. And of course, I take care of me, but I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta take care of Tracy. And Josh has got to take care of his woman, and he can't be here. And I don't know. We try. We do the best that we can for what we're doing, and then we try and build around here. This summer was supposed to be the summer we were supposed to get the side lean-to building built instead of that tarp that's there. We were going to get the back deck enclosed. We were going to get the mini excavator. We were going to build. What else is next? Oh, the barn. So we haven't got none of that accomplished yet. We're trying. The things are piling up on us, because not only when Tracy went down, not only did I lose a helper, but now I got to do all the work that she was doing, which makes me greatly appreciate her now. I never realized, for 30 some years, I never changed the garbage in my bathroom. And I don't know how the hell it fills up every week. I have to change that all the time. And then, I'm a man. I'm around 56 years. I don't miss the toilet. How does yellow stuff get on the edges of the toilet and the bottom? I'm on my hands and knees cleaning this stuff, and it's ridiculous. I'm wanting to cuss out somebody's using my bathroom.
It's called splashing, buddy.
Splashing.
Sandy Hill's asking if the baby was born yet. No, but we are coming down to the days. So it'll be very, very, very soon.
You know what I like is the closeness that we have with our followers. We're all like family, They're invested in our family, and we feel we need to let them know what's going on. And they ask these questions that throw me off a loop, Oh yeah, we're doing that. Let me talk about that, And it's just it's amazing. It's amazing. I love our following.
Yeah. Hey, 7 minutes. I know I missed some questions, so
no. I'll let you get this one.
To whom Pi says take a seat when doing number one.
No, it's a man's right. It's a man's privilege to stand up when he pees. I hit that circle. What you don't understand is they're splashing, and it does hit the bottom of the seat and runs down the side and drips off the front. Because I'm like, I've done this for 50-some years. I know I'm not missing, but there's just yellow everywhere. I'm like, what the hell? And I have to clean this once a week. And, I cannot bend over.
To avoid that?
Wait, I can't bend over, so I'm on my hands and knees because I can get on my hands and knees, and I'm not bending over. Now I'm holding up off my back, but I'm on my hands and knees around the toilet cleaning this. It's ridiculous. What?
I would say sit down when you pee, but just fold the seat up. There's nothing to splash. Less to clean.
You've never peed when you've gone number two?
That involves you bending over.
You've never peed when you've gone number two?
No, I'm saying when you go
it's
number
splashing.
one, you fold the seat up.
The seat's always up when I go number one. It's a bigger hole. It's easier to hit.
Right. Well, we're gonna stop talking about this. It's gross.
Okay, Shiyu says, can you explain the legality of Peru sharks again? Are they illegal to import but legal to own?
Peru sharks.
Go ahead, Josh. You take it.
Peru sharks, they are illegal to import no more. You cannot get them in the U.S. Pretty much the country that exports them will no longer ship them out. So what is in your country, that is it. But if someone were to say set up a breeding program because they have 12 of them, then you could possibly get them to breed and be the sole proprietor of the people distributing prune sharks in the United States. Hint, hint, cough, cough. There's someone else talking to us about that. But yeah, it's going to be a very long time before you see prune sharks for sale again. Which what that means is now the price is going to go up.
Right, skyrocket.
Yep, and they are not a fish that nobody should have them except the few that have tanks that are large enough. These fish
over 2,000 gallons.
I'd say even more than that. These fish get 8 foot long. At full grown,
but
full max
potential. It takes 15
potential.
years at least to get to that.
And a prune shark at 3 foot is a damn menace to your tank.
I have 3 of them. They're not a menace.
We had a 2-foot prune shark eat an 18-inch leporanus whole.
Because you starved him.
No.
You yelled at him, "Hey, stop!"
I see them prune sharks out there. Just out of nowhere. They'll go down, they'll bite the catfish on their back hump, and then just swim off. They are not very nice. They are aggressive. They are a true predator. And to think they're one of the fastest fish in that tank. You know how fast leporanus can be, and a prune shark captured them and ate them whole. So if you think the leporanus is the fastest thing in your tank, think twice.
Yeah,
the prune shark is. And
the prune shark caught that leporanus.
Yeah. Now we have prune sharks that are 3 foot long, and they've got a mouth this wide. I can stick my whole hand like this inside their mouth, and probably still have room. Their mouths are absolutely massive. Let's see, a few more questions.
Oh no, there was one here.
How is the new saw? We already mentioned that one. The new Salcott is doing good. He is improving.
Right here.
Can you link us to the OFR merch? I got Team Tracy link. Need OFR merch. Beneath any YouTube video, click the description.
Every video. In the description are all the links. But if one of our mods wants to put it up real quick to the store.
And what we stopped using Teespring and we went to Spring? Correct?
Well, no, they closed. They're down. It's the same company. They just changed the name.
Gotcha.
We're still using Spring now.
Gotcha.
So.
Gotcha. Well, you still need to get me that information because I can now link Spring to the Instagram account and the TikTok account.
Okay.
They just did a new update.
Awesome.
What's I lost it.
I don't know what this means. OBG Foster says Bigrich and Josh Price. OFR, between the two of you, you should be able to figure this out. Don't you have any spare houses? I don't know what that means.
Hoses.
Hoses? Okay.
I don't know what that means.
AJ, update on the Jow and the Goonch. They're both here. They're both growing. They're both just amazing eaters.
Jow's still, a timid little catfish, but that Goonch, let me tell you, he's a force to be reckoned with. And we are close since the stingrays have gone. Things have cooled down a bit. I've got a plan to move some fish around, but you don't want to move everything at once. You want to move, one fish at a time. Keep an eye on it to make sure there's no unwanted deaths. But to clear up some room for the Goonch, make the 3000 a bit better, our system flow a little bit smoother, which the water out there has been so spectacular. Like the tanks have gone so clear because we've gotten rid of a huge bioload with all of them raised. Like those things are pooping machines. It's crazy. So we'll be having that come up in some the videos here soon.
Okay, here. So this one.
My name is Dennis from Germany. How much money do you pay for electric, water, and food a month? How do you finance it? Best regards.
We're about $3,500 a month now. But that was on the old estimate of $600 a month in food. Yeah. Now the food's about $1,800 a month. So we're probably about $4,500 a month in food, and the YouTube channel is not covering it. So we're doing everything as cheap as possible that we can do. We're buying more tilapia than we are shrimp, because tilapia is cheaper at $4 a pound than shrimp is at $6 a pound, because they've gone up so much. So we're trying to hang in there and do what we can.
So this keeps getting asked. I'm just gonna tell
What's
him.
that? Oh, the African arrow? That's
Yeah.
ancient news.
Yeah. Well, some people know about it, some don't. But someone's asking about the Armadas. The Armadas is doing good. It's in the GATF tank. He is also eating like a champ. He will be on the next video when we move some fish in there. And Airtime asking about the African arrow. So if you guys remember some time back, we thought he was going behind the one coral and making a nest.
Oh, no, he was. He was,
Yeah.
for sure. For like 6 months, that's all, he'd just hang out back there. But after that, I don't know who we added in there. I don't know what fish we added in there, but he started getting fin nipped.
Mm-hmm.
And all of his fins were nipped down to just like little bones sticking out. There was no skin. And next thing you know, he ended up dead.
All right, guys. So that is it for tonight's Stay Fishy Friday. You guys have been awesome. It's fun hanging out with you every Friday
It's
night.
definitely the highlight of my week.
So we will catch you guys next week on yet another Stay Fishy Friday, and hopefully I may or may not be here. Honestly, I might be at the hospital. So
At any moment, you can get a call right now.
Mm-hmm.
Your wife's already dropped.
Yeah.
The baby's ready to go.
Yeah.
You can call and say, "My water broke," and
So
then guess what? You're no longer my son.
Mhm.
You are now a father.
Mhm. So with that being said, we will catch you guys next Friday. And as always,
Stay fishy, my friends, and love you guys all. Love you guys.